Mic on.
Hey, welcome all. Welcome back to Old Man Rising's streaming channel. Looks like we got us a big update today, and I also had a big update today. I have figured out a couple of cool things. So you see your overlay there. There'll be an overlay for chat, and I've combined all the chats so I should be able to see it, and I've been able to take that out to been able to cast that from the PC to my second screen, my Z Fold 5 phone, so I can see all your chats consolidated in one spot. So we continue to move forward. I realize it's not as polished as most streams, nor am I as polished a speaker, much less a gamer, especially on this type of game. But we're moving forward. Hopefully everything's going to get better and get better and get better. Hopefully I get better at this game. In addition, the video card that we've had on order for about 10 days from Best Buy came in. So we are now on a PNY ARGB 5080 overclock edition. And what that does is it allows me to run a 10% extra power. And I'm noticing it because it's taking the 360 watt total board power and really moving it closer to 400. And is it a significant change from my other 5080? No. I think that's a good piece of silicon, and whoever gets it, assuming I don't run them both, and there's a method behind that madness. But this particular game, and my troubles running it, is making me want to try to use lossless scaling with a second GPU to use the adaptive frame generation feature and offsetting all of that overhead onto the second GPU. And I may do that in this game because of this game. Because I don't want to turn stuff down. And this is the only game I have to turn stuff down on. I simply don't want to. That's part of my enjoyment, is having the best graphical experience. I took over a decade off and I've come back, and I want my games to look good. I don't think that it's mutually exclusive that games to play good don't look good, and look good they don't. No, I expect a game developer to put time into both. I expect them to use the latest cutting edge graphic engine and all of its features, including ray tracing, path tracing, the DLSS 4 transformer model. And one thing I noticed, so it may actually be a little better, I fired this up for just a second on the new card, and right now I'm running a stiff overclock. I didn't mean to run this much, so we may even lock up, who knows. I noticed that on the DLSS selection, it had a 310.2.1, I think it is. Well, that is the latest new DLSS 4 transformer model. I know that because I was forcing the game to reuse that DLL before today's update. So maybe it runs a little smoother now that it's included natively. So we'll see. Let's go down in here to options. Let's go over our options and see how we're trying to run today. DLSS, and look, you'll notice 3.10.2.1. That specific DLL is what I was forcing this game to run on yesterday and the day before by manually changing it out in the game's root folder for DLSS. So two things to note here. I would like you to note right here, there's no AMD FSR4 option. However, having messed with those cards as well, and trust me, they're not, I don't care what you see in a short. I've had a 9070 XT, a 5070 Ti, and two 5080s. This is my second 5080. A 9070 XT, even if we could force this to 4, does not look as good. It's close though, it's way closer. and definitely doesn't run as good. In fact, it's actually slower than 3.1.3. So 3.1.3 is not even in the same league. I promise you, AMD guys, I promise you, I had an all AMD system, proud to have it. Every single game that I play, especially Unreal Engine 5 games, immediately had more stability and look better, but they all look better. All of them, same settings, and still look better. It's because 3.1.3 just can't even compete with DLSS 3. I mean, it's just, I can't believe that AMD locked FSR 4 behind a driver toggle after waiting 4 months to upgrade the drivers for us, where we couldn't just swap the DLLs like we've been doing for a year ever since 3.1 came out. I believe it's because they know the 7900 XTX and the Int 8 Optimus 8 cores, AI cores, can run FSR 4 and it would take away from 9070 cells. That's my opinion. Could be wrong. I don't think it'll run as fast as a 9070 XT running it, or as efficiently running 4, but it could run it. Promise you it could run it. There's a reason after all of these years they moved the FSR to a driver level toggle on the drivers they released with the 9070 series. There's a reason for that. You got to think about it. And then they had the pretend $599 MSRP, which it's not $599. It wasn't $599, and it will never be $599 again, pre or post tariffs. Tariffs has nothing to do with that. 23% of all the people, of all the cards sold in the opening hours, sold at $599 from one chain at one place. That's it. After an hour, those were gone. And only 23% of the cards available that first day were even the $599 models. They're not coming back in stock. They're not even trying to stock them. That will be an $800 card, period. Because they meant it to be an $800 card, and the $599 was actually a PR marketing stunt. And it worked. It got goodwill and good reviews from reviewers, and so the card you're comparing it with, it's a 5070 Ti. I prefer the AMD software, because I'm super familiar with it. But based on the amount of games available with DLSS 3 and 4, and that I can force 4 to run on, I just have to give the edge to the 5070 Ti. Every single game I got looked better. They're super similar cards. I actually got my 5070 Ti cheaper than I got my 9070 XT at street price. Because that $800, that's $599 MSRP, that's a PR stunt. That was never meant to be and never coming again. You'll be lucky if you get one to your house for $800 and some change. Whereas a 5070 Ti, since then, has already came back in stock. And then 5080s come back in stock. I say about two 5080s in the same week from two different vendors, both at MSRP. I paid MSRP for this card right here. So, who's really providing the best value? I understand Ingredia, man. I understand all that. That's why I hesitated to go to them. But FSR 3.1.3 is a sorry excuse for an upscaler compared to FSR 4 or DLSS. If they were going to take 4 months on an official driver and then lock FSR 4 behind the 9070 driver toggle, in other words, not game level, you can't just go into the game and move the DLLs around like we've been doing. You can't use DLSS swapper. You can't use OptiScaler. You can't use profile inspector. You can't use none of that. You can't just do it manually. They hosed every single person who supported them up and into the 9070 series. So enjoy your 9070 series because it come on the backs of generations of AMD users who just got hosed. Because do you think they're going to continue with FSR 3.1.4, 0.5, 0.7? No, dude. All their driver time will be That's why it's been 4 months since a driver to begin with. All their time will be invested in making FSR4 close the gap between Dell SS4 transformer model. So if you were completely unrewarded for being an AMD supporter, you were actually punished for being one. And it's not looking good anytime soon. Maybe pressure from people like me and others pick up on that. Maybe pressure forces them to go ahead and release 4 on a 7900 XTX. Because I promise you that car can run it. And it has enough raw raster and raw power. It could take a little hit of overhead to run the quality. Because see, to me, it wasn't about the frame rate. It's the image quality. Once I seen the image quality, even on the lowest end NVIDIA card, I was like, oh my God. You just can't know unless you've had them both cards on the same display in front of your same eyes. And these are games I played for hundreds of hours. Just dramatic. It was like I was playing a new game, or it got some kind of update where it got an additional resolution. It's just dramatic. Are NVIDIA cards overpriced? Yes. But the 9070 XT is now a $599 card. You'll never get it for that again. It's an $800 card. And it's fine for an $800 card, honestly. It's fine. It and the 5070 Ti trade blows. I've tested the shit myself. I know exactly what... Go ahead and look at the hardware reviewers. Not these little bait and switch, rage baity deals that show... Because I promise you right now, my 9070 XT wouldn't touch this 5080 right here. Not even close. Not even remotely close. Both overclocked, by the way. Well, basically the 9070 XT was undervolted and overclocked. With this one, I just straight overclocked. This shit's running 36,000 megahertz on the memory. Yeah, instead of 30 gigabits per second, I'm running it at 36. Right now, you see I backed off just a hair, running at 35. But I'm running my core at 3200. No, dude. No, both clocked. The 5070 Ti, I would put it not meaningful, 5-8% faster, maybe. However, I can actually get my hands on a 5070 Ti. A 9070 XT is $1,100 right now. I paid $830 for my 5070 Ti and sold it for $900. So I sold my 7900 XTX for less than I paid for it. I mean, for more than I paid for it back in November last year. Because I was getting rid of a card that wasn't capable of doing FSR4 because I'm all about the image quality. Call me shallow. I don't think that we shouldn't expect the game to look good, run good, and be fun. It shouldn't be an either or. Body cam should look awesome and play awesome. And had the latest DLSS support. All right, that's the end of my rant. Anyway, we got the 58. This 5080 cranked up pretty good here. One thing I do like about it compared to the other one, besides the RGB lights, it's a 3-slot solution. It has a much more robust cooler. And why I pried the other one in how cool it was running, this one is taking less fan speed at a higher overclock and more voltage and still run a little cooler. That's what I was looking for long term. But the other card would fit in a much smaller case, but I got a ginormous case. I could fit two 5090s in this thing. So, that out the way, let's start a game. I want to do a few little quests, practice fighting some monsters and stuff, man. I got to get these controls down. I got to get a control layout that'll work for me. What's ironic is because of the name brand, and I just went to Best Buy and picked this up. Wasn't some kind of super trick. I had to stay on top of it, and I had to refresh the page and catch it right, pre-log in. I might do a little video about tips and tricks of how to get a card away from a bot. And I could take the other card and I could send it back and get my money back. But then the scalper would just end up with it. So no, I'll offer it to somebody locally, semi-locally, for what I have in it. Maybe a little less than what I have in it, to try to pay it forward. I'm not sending that card back if I got to sit on it and need it. Because I would have never bought neither one of these cards if I wasn't getting them for their MSRPs. Period. Period. And if you think about it, the 830 I gave to my hands for the sealed 5070 Ti would be at $750 plus tax in America. So I paid MSRP for that card too. And honestly, I only asked the young man for $850. He gave me the extra 50 because I give him a lot of help. I give him a lot of, I did a little shepherding on the card and its ins and outs and what to do and blah, you know. And something I will say about NVIDIA is, you know, they have those ROPS missing problems. So honestly, getting a card from someone that's trustworthy like me, an older guy that's trustworthy, that's telling them the truth, that hadn't had it but a few days, wanted to just try it for herself, because I believe that all these the individual benchmarkers definitely have an agenda. They're trying to gin up the AMD versus NVIDIA controversy. But if you look at the big sites like Tech Power Up, or, you know, Hardware Unboxed, or, you know, Gamers Nexus or whatever, you'll see that the real is there. It's 9070 XT, 7900 XTX in non-ray trace games. And then it's going to be, of course, you got your 40 series, right? You got your 4080, 4090. But then it's going to be 5070 Ti, 5080, and 5090. And that's just how it is. The card I'm interested in would be a 5090 at MSRP. The real one, $19.99. Not new modulated fake ones pretending that tariffs is the problem, and it's not. Them cards all went through the roof well before tariffs were a thing. And why the hell shouldn't we have tariffs? Everybody else in the world has tariffs. I just don't understand that. We've been getting a good deal all this time, but it's not really a good deal because we're transferring our wealth from our country to someone else's country. If you get old enough to have kids, or in my case have grandkids, it's more, you're going to think more about how many jobs are going to be available in 15, 20 years from now versus saving a few percent in your pocket. And I don't care where, I'm not a super political person. I ebb and flow with what I think is right at the time. But anything that gets manufacturing back in the U.S., where we invented all this shit anyway, Texas Instruments in Texas, we invented video games. We invented the operating system they run on. We invented the chip. We invented the PC. We invented Windows. We invented DOS. We invented Unix. We invented electricity. Every damn thing that you're using on, there's no reason we can't make the shit here. It's a cop-out. It's a cop-out to let some communist country put people in sweatshops to work for shit wages with no protections so we can save 5 or 10% on these cards. No, I don't buy it. Don't whine to me about that shit. And I get being poor, dude. Don't act like this dude's got cars. No, dude, I've lived in cars and shit. I've been poor to upper middle class and everything back and forth in between.
Ready to head out?
You know, I think I do want to just do a little practice quest. How y'all like my new armor? You know what? No, let's move it. Let's move it forward. Let's move it forward. Let's see how it works with some new screens loaded.
Okay, campsite, here we come.
I noticed streaming out to 4 sources is killing frame rate a little bit compared to when I tested it a little bit earlier. I'd say it's 30 frames per second. It's costing. But what we're running at is 4K DLSS 4, high quality, which is basically upscaling from 1440p with emphasis on maintaining image quality. With all the presets on high and a few higher than high. And ray tracing on medium. This is the card I'm going to keep until I can get a 5090, so I'm real surprised it's running this overclock on the core side, because it's pretty stout overclock, and it's running cool 53. Y'all can see it, 53C, 52C, 54C. Man, my AMD shit would run 75 with a hotspot of 100
They're not afraid of us
in the same case. But I do much prefer the AMD software when it's got a driver release that recognizes the game.
This is really getting out of hand.
It's not as powerful, but it's way more intuitive. Or maybe I just learned it better and I'm old and it's hard to learn new things.
Warn the people of Kunafa and pray that they believe us.
So I'm not on either side of the fence. If AMD dropped a 70, 80, that's 15-20% stouter than this 5080, but not quite a 5090 for $1,200-$1,300, $1,200-$1,400, I buy it. That's all the shit about it. When I listed my 5070 Ti, and we're not talking about no significant discounts, just what I had in it, plus $20. Guy ended up giving me about $70. Doesn't matter why he did that. Between me and him.
We'll be here for you. Okay?
It took me about 18 minutes to sell that card. Now I had to sell the 9070 at a high price because I bought it at a high price.
What are you doing here? It's nearly.
And I'm telling you right now, those people doing benchmarks that try to show it as fast as a 5080 are being misleading. Go to the bigger sites that show you the real 54 game rotation of what the real difference is.
What?
And when they say that the 9070 is a good overclocker, trust me, the 5080 is too. Its memory will go to 36 gigabits. They're using.
All right.
They come factory clocked at 30,000, and they're using 32,000 chips.
Wait. I bet Zato could.
So they're underclocked from the factory. That's why they're clocking over so fast. And a 5070 Ti, it's just a 5080 with some of the cores probably shut off in VBIOS. They even look the same size, everything.
Careful out there, Hunter.
The more I play this game, man, I still don't know what I'm doing, but I just want to like it. Not I want to like it, and I'm not. I find myself wanting to like it. I keep having some kind of emergency every day, man. Today is, I got the card. I had to go get in line. I had to go get the, you can't do curbside. I had to go up in the store and I wait for it to open. Then
we were attacked by a horde of
picked my grandson up at preschool early because we got tornadoes moving into the area. I probably should be getting, I got the truck backed in case we got to roll out.
The Balahara.
So it's just,
I'll take these two back to the
I wanted to kind of find
village.
pretty close to this card's ceiling before I fired this game up. I really want to sit down a good 3 hour again and really learn it. My buddy JTM, he done turned on me. He's over with some other Johnny-come-latelys. Balahara looks formidable. Wow. I don't think I got the skill to take out that thing.
on their iron! Cover me! You got it! Be careful! Here it comes! Watch out for their mucus! Be ready!
Well, I did a great job of not dodging that.
We can make it to the rocks, we may lose them! Oh no! Quicksand!
Can I use my grapple? Oh God, what are we gonna do now?
You okay? Are you hurt?
How does that look for y'all?
I think I can manage. Let's get away from here.
As I feared, they picked up our scent!
I'll handle it.
They look a little washed out.
Thank you!
He's coming!
Watch out!
All right, let me look at the screen instead of the. Wow, he's tearing my ass up because oh, and then some more, huh? Move, dude! It won't even let me do my radio menu. I almost got away. Oh no, not off the edge. I gotta get my feet under me where I can get healed, or I'm gonna be dead. What do y'all think? When his mouth open might be a weak spot? I need to get back on him. Can we swing his tail?
I'm with you! Hang on, Hunter!
The target is down!
This was really forcing my movement, which is kind of what I needed. Wow, I didn't see that telegraph. Oh, we got a wound on it. We got a wound on it. He bleeds. He bleeds. He could be hurt. Let me get around there, see if I can get around that wound. Went completely under then, didn't he? What's this right here? Oh, pouch is full. I bet I should have transferred that back at the camp. Yes, send that to field pouch, please. All right, bird horse.
Sorry to leave you like that. Where's Alto?
Safe. He's taking cover.
Okay, good. Now we can focus on the Balahara.
Hey, this monster here ain't no joke, guys and girls.
Looks like you got your hands full. I'm here to help you whatever way I can.
Well,
There it is.
I know I probably got to learn to fight off my horse, but that's for another day. It seems like in that mouth would be soft. I see that. I see what we got here.
Finding this footing in safe terrain can be tricky. Fortunately, some of those monsters.
I was doing everything to do dodge right there. What in the hell? I'll say this, maybe it was that DLS implementation because the game's running better and looking good, at least on my end. Hopefully it is on the screen then. You know what? Let's get some firepower in this thing. Shit. I think I avoided most of that time. Nope. Forgot the other was coming. Not doing good. Not doing good. Must heal.
Still have fight in me.
Oh, you ain't getting away now. Where do I bring my... Yeah, here we go. He still got a hurt spot. He's hurt back here. Switch modes.
How are you holding up?
I'm just fine, old girl. How you holding up? He's tearing my ass up at the beginning of this fight, though. I mean, I know I'm not doing great. Don't get it twisted. I gotta really transfer me some items out my pouch, don't I? Not even gonna take the bait. Don't have the room for it.
It's on its last legs. What's your move?
Oh, unstable pillars? I'm about to grapple that shit, can't I?
Crazy, get out!
Wait a minute. How the hell I end up with a fishing pole? You got to be shitting me. I don't want a damn fishing pole.
Looking at it.
I don't even want to capture that. I want my damn weapon. What the holy hell? This is good though. This is good.
Leave this to me.
How the hell did I pick the fishing pole up, guys? Jesus. They were waiting on me for that last shot. I see you now.
We saw it done.
Hey, 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 hey! I get some cutting. I get the cutting.
With us in force.
This dude messed me up, man. I get some cutting. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Hey, what do you think about that old girl? Impression? Huh? Huh? What? Don't act like you ain't impressed. Hand on hips? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, let me write that shit in my book of monsters I kill. I want to take all. Of course I want to take it all. Did that say box too small? I gotta get some shit straightened back at camp.
We did it. I hope Zato's okay.
Hope you're right.
Are you all right?
Yeah, we're all right, man.
Thank the winds. That encounter was nearly the end of me. I owe you my life. That was incredible back there. I could have never imagined. To think a person could stand against a monster like that.
I'm sorry to be curt, but could you listen? The village is in terrible danger. There's no time to explain. We'll talk while we ride.
Hunter! Oh, you found Zato. Isai's at the Elder's house trying to convince her.
Zato, just who I was looking for. Isai here says that a pack of Doshaguma is closing in on the village.
Please, Elder, you have to believe them. Everyone must seek shelter.
Nonsense. The sound of the gem chimes is and always has been the only shelter we need.
Elder, with my own eyes, I watched these people stand against the Sand Leviathans unafraid. They wield powerful tools and knowledge of monsters far greater than our own. They deserve our trust.
I gotta pause
For
this.
the wind's sake, please.
I gotta check these
please
tornadoes.
give the order for our people to shelter.
Very well, Zato. If you are that certain.
Mic off.
Doshaguma!
Get everyone to safety.
Stay calm! Gather the young and elderly and take shelter!
Okay.
I'll help.
Right.
Nona! Are you okay?
Come on.
Dear.
We need to move.
I know.
Have you seen Nata? He went looking for Nona.
Nona.
Let's split up.
Right.
I got you. We gotta move.
It's drawn to the livestock. Nata! Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. There's nothing to be afraid of. Let's find a safe place. We need to drive them out of here!
I know.
Mic on.
Hey everyone, if anybody's listening to me, I'm sorry, I apologize. I have to go. It looks like we had tornadoes bearing down on us, so hopefully I'll come back up later.